Hello guys, and welcome to another deck profile. Today we are coming from my locals, and we are deck profiling with my friend Bobby's Gravekeeper deck. Say hi, Bobby.
Hey, you heard right. Gravekeepers 2019.
So my camera is a little bit wonky, but not the usual one. But let's just deck profile this, because he did top today.
Yeah, so my first ever top at locals, or anything. So, yeah, Gravekeepers 2019. Believe in the magic. So, basically, normal stuff. You have 3 Spiritualists. She's really cool because she contact fuses in your hand any spellcaster into a spellcaster fusion. So there's another, you can make the Gravekeeper fusion card, but there's also another kind of spice tech that I have in here that you can also make due to her being a spellcaster. So she's really good. 3 Heretic. He's immune to all card effects if you have Necro Valley on the field, including Necro Valley. Sadly enough, so he stays at 1800, so that's kind of annoying. But there's times on the field, and then there's other cards that like will blow up the board or something, and he's unaffected by that. So he's pretty cool. He's your strongest thing in the main deck, pretty much. 3 Recruiter, like an old standby. If he goes to the graveyard from field to graveyard, you add any Gravekeeper from deck to hand. So he's good at times, not great at other times, but he adds a little bit of consistency. I just play 2 Commandant because I also play Terraforming anyway. I actually don't even own a 3rd, I don't think so. But so you just
it's semi-limited anyways.
Oh, is he at 2?
Yeah, Terraforming's at 2.
No, I meant
oh, this one?
I know Terraforming's at 2. So I play this. I play 2 of this and 2 Terraforming. Essentially, he's Terraforming for Necro Valley, or you can just summon him and then he becomes your biggest main deck monster.
Yeah, it's like Aram for layer, right?
Yeah. Okay. Most of the time, you just ditch him. Yep. Honestly. And then 2 Headmen. He's like a reborn for specifically a level 4 Gravekeeper. You can't do with Recruiter because he's level 3, but he brings back a Gravekeeper ignoring Necro Valley. So that's pretty cool. 1 Descendant. He's not as good anymore. I don't play Spy. Spy is too slow because you have to set it. The cool combo used to be like this with Spy or this like with Recruiter. If you can get the board where you pop Recruiter with this, that's really good, but it didn't come up all day. So that's it for Gravekeeper monsters. I also play 2 Shaddolls, so Dragon and Beast, specifically for something in my extra deck because you can make Winda because they're spellcasters. That actually came up once. It's a pretty good card. Now on to spells. Best card in the deck, Necro Valley. This format it's nuts. So like you shut down the graveyard for anything besides Gravekeepers, and then they all get 500 attack. Just really good. There's so many decks that just like
shuts down Thunder Dragons and stuff.
Like I had 2 kids today basically scoop once they saw this.
You had to play that zombie player, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. 2 Terraforming just to get to Necro Valley. 3 Necro Valley Throne. So this is either a Rhoda or a double summon for Gravekeeper. I only use the Rhoda effect pretty much. Didn't get ashed all day. I was pretty happy with that, because if it does that, it really sucks.
Ash is common too, like you think everyone would have him.
I know. 3, I'm considering playing this at 2, but it actually didn't come up that often today. Hidden Temples in Necro Valley. Some people don't know about this. This is like vanities. So if you have Necro Valley and a Gravekeeper monster, neither player can special summon monsters besides Gravekeepers at all. So unless so they have to like pop stuff, and they can't special summon anything unless they're for some reason playing Gravekeeper. 3 pots. You gotta draw. Again, you gotta draw. I was considering Extravagance, but I made this build like using my extra deck, utilizing my extra deck.
Yeah.
So I just went with Allure. Everything's dark, so it worked out. 1 Steal. I usually side this out. This is like it brings 2 back from the graveyard to hand, ignoring Necro Valley.
Yep.
I usually side it out. It doesn't come up that often. What won me 1 game was Royal Tribute. This card, it's weird now with the weird new ruling, which is annoying that they could cheat. Just pay attention to what they're doing if you're playing this deck, by the way. But you make them ditch all their monsters. It's a 1 of because it's at 1, but it came up 1 time and that's all I needed to come up. That's all I needed. For traps, 3 Imperial Tombs. This is Infernity Barrier.
Yep.
You can only activate 1 per turn though, so sometimes you got to kind of think. Hopefully they're not trying to bait you, because once they find out you're playing this, they're gonna know that you run that. 2 Torrential. This is really cool with Heretic because he's unaffected by it, and you can blow up your opponent's board. Other than that, I sometimes side it out. Storming, this came up big, just bounces stuff back to your hand. All your stuff is really weak, especially if you don't have a field spell. So you kind of got to protect them. I'm iffy on this. Necro Valley Temple. So if you have the field spell on board, all their stuff loses 500 attack. And if they pop this, you can set a Necro Valley from your deck. And I think you can also, when it's activated, if you don't have one, you can put one onto the field. That's all right. It's another thing that I side out. Lots of siding with this deck. Speaking of the sideboard,
meanest card ever.
2 border. This won me a game. I found out that some zombie players really hate this.
A lot of players hate that, man. A lot of players do.
Cosmic Cyclone, this is kind of, I hate True Draco, but luckily I didn't play against one today.
We have a lot of True Dracos at our locals, just to say.
We do, sadly. Bribe, kind of just to protect Necro Valley from anything, or I figured evenly is a card. I've always liked this card a lot. Then some Floodgates, 2 Gozen, everything's dark, 2 Rivalry, everything's Spellcaster. And again, I hate True Draco, so double Mask of Restrict.
I hate it equally, man.
One's German.
I'm probably going to side in Zombie Worlds next week.
This is awesome against Draco because they just it makes their whole hand look useless. And then the card that won me my last round, pretty much, Waking the Dragon. So I almost always side this in with all those cards that I said that you can opt out of. They almost always put this because they're gonna, once they find out you're playing this, they want to get rid of Necro Valley. They want to get rid of Imperial Tombs or whatever. So they're going to give Twin Twisters, they're going to get Heavy Storm Duster, anything. So you just hope that they hit this, and it happened. And for extra, the reason that I don't run Extravagance in here is a guy, I didn't make this once all day. Supernaturalist. He's pretty good. You can Contact Fuse for him, and then he, not only does he gain 500 from Necro Valley, but he protects Necro Valley, and Necro Valley protects him. Neither of them can be destroyed by card effects, if they're both on board. And then if, when you Contact Fuse for him, he gains attack 100 for every level that you fused with. So say if it's like 2 level 4s, he'll gain 800 attack. So it becomes 28, and then when Necro Valley, it's another 500. So he's pretty good. He can't be destroyed by card effect. So pretty nice. The only other thing you really make is Winda. And this is just because it's a spellcaster. And so you have Beast and I forget what the other one I was playing was. Dragon. And so yeah, you can Contact Fuse with Spiritualist and make this. It's pretty good. Came up once.
Yeah, Summon Limit's pretty good in this format.
And then everything else is pretty much, I mean, sometimes you might make this, but it didn't come up. It's kind of just filler and this too.
Yep.
Everything else is Waking the Dragon. So Last Warrior, Exterio. Howitzer is just like a burn card. It's unaffected by card effects. They can kill it by battle, but once per turn you could deal 1,000 damage. I didn't make it.
Yo, better than Gaga.
One train, and if they let this live, I make the other train. And you can detach this and make it 6,000.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. This is 7 cents. It's just a 4K attacker, and then Beast if I feel like not letting them do even more things.
Yep.
And then the card that won me my last round was
Ultimate Falcon.
Ultimate Falcon. So
Ultimate Falcon's won me games.
Big Bird's pretty good. It's pretty odd. It was funny because I really baited the guy hard because like I just kept like looking at my face down, and he made moves to go pop it. I just was Waking the Dragon. He scoops. So yeah, that's pretty good. I like this deck a lot. If I changed anything, I might take this out. Like I don't know. Some of the stuff that I side out. I've thought about maining Border, to be honest, but I don't know. I mean, it did pretty well today.
Maybe become more of a border deck if he did do that.
Yeah, because then you have a 2,000 attacker, which this deck struggles with just dealing with your opponent. Like, because your biggest thing is, if you don't have the field spell, 1,800. So, yeah, that kind of sucks in today's game. But other than that, I like the deck a lot. I did not think it would do as well. I wasn't even going to play this today until like this afternoon. I thought, Necro Valley's a good card. And Necro Valley is a good card. Don't let anybody tell you different. So, yeah, that's it. It's Gravekeeper's 2019 top 4 at locals.
Yep. Thank you for a deck profile today.
Thank you, Joe Osiris Yu-Gi-Oh! This guy's awesome. Please subscribe.
Oh, but that's the 10-minute mark. All right. See you guys in the next video.